Welcome to the Pluto LaVar Ball and Company show. So Gregg Popovich has now weighed in on LaVar Ball and his comments that have sparked ridiculous and nonsensical outrage from ESPN, or excuse me, from head coaches going after ESPN. So Gregg Popovich is the latest to comment on the LaVar Ball versus Luke Walton not being a good coach saga. Take a look.
Whenever anyone says anything about another individual or about the quality of another individual or what they're doing, I think the first thing to look at is the substance and gravitas of the source that speaks. And just stopping at that point would tell you that you don't need to listen or go any further. It's just another fan in the peanut gallery with an opinion, which is meaningless. Luke has been schooled in this game from the time he was a little kid. And he probably knows, he doesn't even know what he knows probably, just by osmosis. He's way more than ready to handle this situation, but it's a situation that's going to take time, and it certainly doesn't need any outside chatter from people who don't have a clue and haven't gotten over themselves.
Gregg Popovich, obviously.
Who are you talking about, Greg?
Hasn't got over them.
Jello. Yeah. So, completely discrediting the source, which is the father of an NBA player who plays for that respective team and interacts with Luke Walton every single day. Jayar, is it wrong of Popovich to discredit LaVar Ball like this?
No. He knows what he's talking about. I mean, okay, Popovich is assessing the situation, sees probably the way things are going, knows how coaching works. So when you have a father of a player, a new player coming in and says how he knows everything, especially with his background for saying how he knows everything else that he's been wrong about. Some of those things, not everything. But when it comes to basketball knowledge and what he can do on the floor, we know that was bullshit. So if that's already the case we're working with, then we can go ahead and assume that Popovich, this coach who knows how things run and knows Luke Walton and how maybe he's doing things, can see how these two things don't match up. So the strong words are just to try to get him to, I think, to get LaVar. Yes, that's LaVar, not Lon. Yeah. I always get all the names mixed up. To get LaVar maybe to calm down. So that's the aggression from a lot of these coaches. And that's maybe when it comes off a little bit off-putting, because they're really upset when the guy's just talking, you know? Maybe a little bit more ignoring needs to happen to not be so upset about him, so then they don't come off as petty and angry about this guy talking.
I think LaVar should coach the Lakers. I think put him in there, give him 4 games. Give him 4 games to just, and custom comfort Walton just sits down. What's that?
Teams?
What teams? Any. Well, definitely I want him to coach against, I don't want him to win any games. So I want him to coach against just like the Warriors. Let's give him the Celtics.
All right, I'm gonna. Here's why this is a bad idea. Have you seen him coaching AAU basketball? If nothing goes his way, he will pull the team off the floor.
Yes.
So like, it'll already be a complete charade of what his AAU team is, the big
his
ballers.
argument. That's what he wants to happen. That's why
you want him to pull his team off the floor.
I want him to show up. I want him to fail. Because he's going to be coaching the people who he says don't like Walton, who actually in reality just don't like the crap spectacle that LaVar has added to this. And I think if you give him that opportunity, he would fail miserably.
Yes, he would.
Come up with an even more, but then again, would he just come up with even more transparent excuses? It's not like people don't see through his charade.
Right.
It's that people are listening to him.
Right.
I did say, like, I mean, sending him to Lithuania is such a farcical thing that actually happened, but still did not stop the poop show.
Right.
Yeah, completely. Except like the poop show has, what, 3 million plus views on Facebook?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like, Pop doesn't even need to engage in a conversation that involves LaVar Ball. Same thing that when Steph Kerr chimed in on the conversation and his thoughts.
Steve Kerr, Steph Curry.
Steve Kerr.
Because they both have, technically. So
no, but like as a coach, you don't need to do all of that. You just don't need to engage in a conversation that involves someone who is irrelevant, doesn't even have a role in a team, in an organization. Like no one really respects his word. You just don't need to chime into the peanut gallery. There's levels to I feel like the value of a statement, and LaVar's is so low that when you start hearing things like things that he's saying, it doesn't make, at least for me, it doesn't make any sense for me to be affected. That's like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me for somebody like Pop to be affected by a comment that LaVar does. Because then it's exactly what LaVar wants. It's conversation. He's in the talks. He's not even in this country. So again, just to prove your point, he's still in conversations. He's not even involved in anything that pertains to this.
So is everybody saying that this is not a news story when he chimes in and like goes, is lambastic about being like, hey, they're not playing for Luke and the players don't respect Luke? Is this a non-story?
Is it a well?
What do you mean?
No.
Because like I think coaches should be talking about it. I think that we should be talking about it. It's up to us. And I've said this previously, and I think Jayar and I spoke about this earlier in the week, is that we should be able to discern which part of LaVar's rants are accurate and not accurate. Like this, like the whole thing of beating Michael Jordan with one hand behind his back, bull fucking shit. We all know that that's not gonna happen.
Give me an accurate one.
This is potentially an accurate one. This is something that we should be talking about because it is the father of a Lakers player who is telling potentially the truth of discord in the Lakers locker room. That's why I think it is important and we should take it seriously.
I'm okay talking about it, but this is the thing. The coach is coming out saying it's because they feel like their fraternity has been attacked.
Completely.
Right? So now they're upset because like you're getting involved with a tough job we already have to do with developing these young players and maybe even these old players to play together and win. So even though after the game last night, between the Spurs and the Lakers, they met, both coaches, Pop and Luke, met at half court and talked. And you know, you always look, what's someone saying? When LeBron was talking to Lonzo after their game, he goes, I wonder what LeBron said to Lonzo. Oh my God.
And then we found out.
Yeah. But then also what I noticed, because they had Luke Walton mic'd up, as they were talking to him, he would said a couple words and he went, oh, wait. And he took the mic off and put it in his jacket like, I don't want anybody to hear what you're saying. And it's obvious he was giving him some encouraging advice or something about what he's dealing with this guy and his father. So there's that. So supporters are already coming for Luke everywhere. On top of it, I noticed Rosalind Gold on Woodday, who was the sideline reporter at TNT now. Yeah. During the game, they said at the timeout, Luke Walton talked to the team, and they had all of their attention.
Yeah,
like, this is really going over the top to make sure we report that he had everyone.
Well, obviously,
they were very excited about what he said.
BS.
So he's already got a lot of support coming his way. So just kind of let it play itself out.
Agreed.